And that's it for this basic introduction. You did now learn how you can write tests. You learned about the AAA, the arrange, act, assert pattern, which allows you to set some values, run your function that you want to test, and define your expectation. You learned about expectations, what the idea is, and how they are executed to determine whether a test passed or failed. You learned that there are different to methods which you can call to check for all kinds of expected values. You also learned about the not property, which you can add in front of your to methods to check for the opposite, which is also something you sometimes want to do. Now, you also learned which kind of tests you should write, that you should be thorough, but you should not write tests that don't make any sense. You also learned that it's normal that you write more tests over time. It's an iterative process, so you come back to your code, you add more tests, and you learned that, of course, the idea behind tests is also that you sometimes detect problems with your original code which you're testing. Like this plus, which we added because we noticed with a test that we had some unintended behavior if we would not force a number conversion here. Even if you never use a function in the wrong way in your program, you still want to test for things that could theoretically go wrong, because you want to make sure that when your program changes over time and your function maybe gets used differently in the future, your tests tell you immediately about potential problems you could face at that point. So you want to be creative, you want to test for different things, and if you have a lot of tests, you learned that you can use the describe function here to organize your tests and to keep your overall output, which you get when running npm test, organized as well. Last but not least, you also learned that you can, of course, execute your tests differently with more or less output, or maybe in watch mode if you want to re-execute all your tests whenever you change your testing code. And that's it for this section. Now we're ready to dive deeper into tests.